Smith County District Clerk will spend time in jail after being charged with contempt of court for a second time. Penny Clarkston, there's her picture. She's of Tyler. She's accused of attempting to prevent prospective jurors from leaving court this morning in direct defiance of a judge's ruling. According to Judge Austin Reeve Jackson's court order, Clarkston caused a, quote, physical and verbal disruption of otherwise orderly court proceedings and will be required to spend 10 days in jail for her actions. Clarkston was previously held in contempt of court in July on the 25th when she was jailed for allegedly failing to comply with a court order to provide requested information regarding a convicted murderer who is now on death row tonight.